Hey, reviews, this is Type182. Right now, I'm gonna give my favorite Superman movie, the animated movie in the whole time, Superman Doomsday. Oh man, now you wanna see the talking about this because I was going to do it in the review and I just bought it a couple of days ago, and this is the only one once left. So finally, I got this movie. Now you haven't seen this a whole thing. If you saw this movie, go check it out. So see what's interesting when I saw this in this Blu-ray movie. So now I have it here in this movie. So let's talk about before when I saw this movie. It was an animated movie. Now let's talk about here. This is exactly what I own. I bought this comics years ago, so I bought this. Some of them I have these two here before I have these two here. So you have it here is the Death of Superman, Well Without of Superman, the Return of a Superman, and of course that's the three issues of the mini parts, the series of the Superman Doomsday. That's just what this is all about. So then at least when the last one is missing is Superman Doomsday Hunter Prey. Oh, Prey. This is the one in the final battle between Superman and Doomsday. This is the one in exactly when I'm going to talk about this. This is released in 90s. I was very young, and I feel it's like no coincidence. Before I have this, and this. This is exactly, but this one, I got that this is the only one. It says The Return of Superman. I was 12 years old. But then the rest of them, I have some here. I bought this as a second one, and I bought this as the third one last year, or 2012. So now last year I bought it. Finally, I found it. And this one. So you have it here is a Superman Doomsday the graphic novels of Superman. So this is exactly what I'm expecting. This is the one and exactly what I imagine in my mind. I like this cover. It just kind of looks good. It kind of reminds me of the American flag where it was losing until in the end. But here, the Superman's cape, well, exactly what I'm expecting. It looks good. It was released in 1992, and now I got this it was best and it's best selling. And the second one is still continuously. And I know there's Batman and Robin, Supergirl, and some of the others there. And of course, The Return of Superman, you have it there. There's Superboy, the Steel, Cyborg Superman. Not the Cyborg, the other one, Cyborg Superman. Kind of reminds me of the Terminator. Yeah. And of course, least or not least, the Eradicator. Something what they call it. And now he goes, Superman himself, he returns in himself. So now you have it here, Superman Doomsday Hunter Prey. And this is a part of the collection, a series of the best graphic novels. Now, these comics here, the fourth series of Superman, I want to give it 10 out of 10. I read this in the base of this is a comic book version because it's got 4 characters and from the Do It For Superman and the rest of them, the one is like, and you have to read this because it was very good issues of a Superman series. So, and now let's talk about, you have it here, so that's Superman Doomsday's, the graphic novels. Now, let's talk about here, let's talk about the Superman Doomsday in the animated original movie. Now, asking Type182 as myself, did I saw this movie? Yes, I does. And when I saw this movie, I thought it was very intense. It was a very tense movie. This isn't the same style and the different looks. It kind of reminds me of the same style. It looks like it almost close, like the Superman in the animated series. But he looks different style in that ways, so that I had no problem with that recently. Now that the Superman logo, the classic style, it looks like an intense as blood comes out. Now is what happens. And then now the background looks good, color gold, the Metropolis scene. It is kind of good on a Blu-ray. But the DVD version, the original, Yeah, I know this, but I prefer the Blu-ray is better. Now let's go on under the back and look at this Superman that takes a battle with Doomsday the first time. Yep, this is exactly when I'm going to expecting this. I expected to want that. So now to look at it says, there comes a time when even gods must die. When LexCorp accidentally unearths anything, unearths in the intelligence of serial killer Doomsday. Superman battles the creature on the hidden and in the battle in his life. Literally, the world correctly amounts its fallen and the hero humanitarian realize that it will never feel truly safe again. Superman and enemies rejoins all but Lex Luthor, whose graves and the loss on his own in the tournament matter. Sending off the chilling chain of an events and that even he couldn't have as a foreseen. Inspired by the best-selling graphic novels from the whole time, DC Comics' The Death of Superman. This feature lives in an animated adventure, boasting an exciting action sequence, the rival in anything you're ever seen starring the Man of Steel. So when did I see this movie? It was kind of good action sequence on the whole time. This movie's PG-13, so you cannot see it if you have it. But in the animated series, it didn't happen. Wait for until the Darkseid came along in an animated series. But not Darkseid in this movie. So Doomsday, it was the one of my favorite villain. In between this is the first battle and the one in between Superman and he's trying to save a Metropolis. This was the one in Unique. It was intense and it was kind of good action sequence and a little bit of sad scene between in the funeral and of course he comes back from the dead and now that he's got to fight the real Superman when he have a long hair like a rock star or something like that, when he wearing the black suit Superman, the real one, and now he's trying to stop the evil Superman by Lex Luthor when he wants him the real, like I said, in clone. No, not Superman 3 in Evil Superman. I'm talking about this one is way intense, is better. In the original comics, in the return of Superman, the cyborg Superman is pure evil always when it comes back. So now that the real Superman says the return, he's the only one that's trying to stop. But here in the animated movie, trying to stop the evil Superman in clone. So that's basically it. It's very tense. This is a pure exciting movie I ever seen. Now, who's in casting in this Superman? Adam Baldwin as Clark Kent, known as Superman. Anne Hatch as Lois Lane. James Masters as Lex Luthor. The guy that what he did, the Buffy the Vampire Slayers in the TV series, you know, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and some of the others cast, and I had no idea, but all the cast is excellent. Superman was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, and the story by Bruce Timm, and he brought us in front of the animated series, and now he brought us in this animated feature movie. He did an amazing job. And the other directors was Lauren and Brandon. They're three directors. He did a good job. They did both good job. And in Bruce Timm's story, he did it very well since that. Now, the music by was Robert Krul. Not like a Superman theme in John Williams or the animated series, but it's something different. And you have it there, so that's basically the whole movie. It was intense in the movie. It was kind of fun. And in this movie is a PG-13. It was action violence. So it was pure action and then some sad scene and wait for him to tell that, you know, exciting he comes back with this movie. So I think of this movie, it was intense of that. So this is basically when I said that it's very good. Now let's put it on in of course on the comics here. Now, what am I going to give it on the Blu-ray movie, Superman Doomsday? I'm going to give it 10 out of a 10. It was pure awesome when I seen this. Not just as a save the world like that. It's about the destruction. In destruction is some kind of the end of the world movie. It's like, here's it comes and the only one is savior is Superman. So my reaction was, it was very good action sequence. It was some kind of yeah, you have it there. That's why there's a basically fun. It was since in 1992, and now you have it here nowadays, a couple years ago on the Blu-ray. So I have it here, this movie. It was intense. The best movie ever in the animated movie of Superman Doomsday. Alright, then that's, at least I can do that, so that this is the one I've been talking about. I've been waiting, searching in this movie because I was trying to do a review of that. Alright, then that's all there is to that. So that this is Superman Doomsday, and I have a Blu-ray movie, and in the comics, the comics as well. So this is Typo82 here, so thank you guys for watching, and please comment comments here and subscribes and what do you guys think. So and let me know what you guys think. It was a pure amazing of Superman best Superman hero in the Superman's movies ever. So yeah, this is Typo82. My reviews more coming more in, well, when I got time with it, someday or sometime. So this is Typo82. My reviews coming more. So see you soon, guys.